Hey neighbor, this is your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray. Before we start today's episode, just want to let you know that we just launched our weekly newsletter, Happy Hood the Newsletter. This is a great opportunity for you to receive more meaningful content to help you grow your faith, well-being, and leadership skills. So go to happyhood.com to subscribe. That is happyhood.com, HAPIHOOD.com. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at happy_hood for more purpose-driven content. Now, let's start today's episode.
I lay down to dream. I dream to awake. Thankful for what's on my plate. Now remember to breathe. Cause gratitude is free. Inhale humility. Exhale entitlement. Cause gratitude is free. Inhale humility. Exhale entitlement. Cause gratitude is free.
What's going on, family? And welcome back to the neighborhood. I'm your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray, and you are listening to Happy Hood, the podcast. What's going on, family? Thank you so much for joining us again for another edition of Happy Hood, the podcast, Attitude of Gratitude. You know, this is where we take a moment to just breathe. We inhale humility, faithfulness, health, love, and then we exhale entitlement, selfishness, deceitfulness, anger, hate. And when we do that, we give ourselves a moment to just find the appreciation in life. We're shifting our attitude into an attitude of gratitude. It is truly a process. It's a practice because we can always shift back, which again, when you think about it, when you think about just giving yourself space to process your emotion, it is totally okay. It is totally okay. So give yourself grace and shift yourself right back into the attitude of gratitude, right? Today, walk with me, talk with me, family. Today, I am grateful for surrendering. I am grateful for submitting, being submissive. I came across this quote as I was reading a book that I'm currently reading right now, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Really great book, by the way. There was an old proverb that he mentioned in one of the chapters. And the proverb says, by fighting, you never get enough. But by yielding, you get more than you expected. I'm going to say that again. By fighting, you never get enough. But by yielding, you get more than expected. Family, as I have pretty much grown in my faith, in my walk with God, my relationship, every day I am understanding and just having more of a revelation of the power of submitting, the power of surrendering, okay? The power of understanding that there is something greater above me that I should yield to. And by yielding to this authority, the authority that I call God, I no longer fight. I no longer resist. I no longer become uncomfortable, but I simply yield and submit myself to the will of God. And again, this process, family, and the reason why I'm so grateful for it, because just like that quote, once I stopped fighting and I was able to yield, I was able to gain so much more. Think about our emotions. Think about our emotion when we are just kind of caught up in our anger or in our frustration. We truly make irrational decisions. But when we are able to take a moment and to just yield to the situation, to embrace the circumstance, we're then able to see so much more. We no longer are blinded by our implicit biases, but now we're allowing our perspective, we're allowing our emotions, we're allowing our mind to open up and flow. And again, it's not something that I would say is easy, because it's something that I have to practice every day to understand that there is power in submitting. There is a power in honoring something that's much greater than you. And when I do that, I'm able to experience so much more. I'm able to understand so much more. I think about the Bruce Lee quote, "Be like water." And when I think about that quote, I can't help but to think about it from the perspective of yielding, to where we no longer kind of fight the flow of the current, but we find ways to flow with the current. And we find ways to embrace the current. And that's what I feel, and just my interpretation of what he said, be like water. Flow. Embrace, surrender. Inhale humility, exhale entitlement. I'm grateful for surrendering, yielding, submitting to something that's greater than me. Till next time, family, as always, love God, love yourself, love your neighbor. I'm your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray. Be blessed.
Message.